How's it going, everyone? I am Carmen Michael, the professional mic holder.
Everyone, it's Alexis Cardoza.
What's up, everybody? It's the Wild Rhino Clark Connors from New Japan Pro Wrestling, and I am here getting wild, drinking an 805.
Hey, this is Billy Starks.
Rip F and Bison. I ran out of booze.
I am the fire starter, the Carney killer. I am born to die, Jake Christ.
This is Bobby Olson.
This is Anthrax of H2O.
My name's Christopher Landon, Anthony Streeter.
My name is Frank Minetti.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Red Air and one half of the PH Boys from Hood Classic Entertainment, representing the Hood Boys, the PH Boys, Purple Haze, Prince Alexander.
This is Martin Stone, the original strong style hooligan.
And today, you have the privilege
of drinking at Moe's.
And you know I'm drinking with Mo.
And you are drinking at Moe's.
All right, everybody, taking time out before we get this show started, that I want to thank Reaper Apparel for having Drinkin' Moe's be a brand ambassador for their clothing line. They got good stuff. They got t-shirts, they got hoodies, they got beanies, they got lots of great stuff, encouraging everybody to break out of their comfort zone, live their best self, and hey, it's something I try to live every day. Now, be sure when you go and you're filling out your order, use the code Drinkin' at Moe's, get 10% off, and the link and the code will both be in the description. Let's fucking go. All right, everybody, Drinkin' at Moe's, my 2 cents. So this time, before we get into everything, you know the drill. YouTube, share, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. And you know what you need to do with that like button. You need to hit that thing, yeet it out into the crowd like Keith Lee did to Adam Cole all the way back in those NXT days.
Oh, it's the NXT champion! Where did he go? Adam Cole got...
Let's fucking go. All right. So, and don't forget, leave a review on the audio platforms. And also, don't forget, if you have a topic you want us to cover, you want us to go on some rants, just leave a comment in the comment section on the social media platforms. We'll get to it. So this time, as of recording this, we're getting ready to end 2023. So we're going to look forward, look into the future, and tell what are some of the things we're hoping for in 2024. Yeah, I rhymed. That wasn't really intentional, but it happened.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you got anything? Because I got a couple.
Go ahead. We'll go with yours. You know how you know how I do a lot of these things. I go off of you, and then it turns into a hot dumpster fire of a rant. And
we'll go with it. All right. So this one, my first one, we kind of did an episode on booking the women better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of hoping in 2024 we get around to that. Now, this last little bit of 2023, things have slowly, different times, things have been getting a little better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping 2024 we get to keep that going, because we talked about the street fight with Willow Statlander and Diamante Martinez. Yeah, that was epic. Let them go out there and go.
Yeah.
I have a feeling if things go the way they have been going, hell, even the WWE women's tag titles, they were a bit of an afterthought for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And now with the competition with I don't know if Chelsea Green and Piper Niven are gonna be still a tag team, but they had a decent little run there.
They did.
Now the new champs, things are looking up.
And
they just continue to bring in solid tag teams for that division,
mm-hmm.
and not just throwing two singles people together, which, albeit that was kind of what happened with Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, but
mm-hmm.
they did a good job of it.
But on that same level, and we talked about this in a previous video, it seems like all their decent talent is not on the same show as your tag team champions. I mean, that was evident this past Friday on SmackDown when you had Alba Fire and whatever the other one's name is, when they just showed up out of nowhere.
It's been kind of hit and miss with them, because
they've been hit and miss. It's like they're trying to figure out what to do with them. They're a freaking tag team. Let them be in tag team matches.
Yeah.
Move them to Raw. Because your women's division on Raw is sadly lacking a tag team. That's almost like back in the 90s when they decided to bring back the women's championship and all you had was Sable and Jacqueline. Well, Jesus Christ, who's going to win that one? Fuck, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Although the women's tag titles were supposed to be that thing that traveled between brands.
Yes.
Don't really, at least when they were on Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, they didn't really seem to do.
No.
So I'm hoping
I'm hoping that they can get back to doing what they originally were going to do, which was move them back and forth.
Yeah. No,
that'd be awesome, because like I said, I don't think that Raw has a very deep women's division where they can have tag champs.
Yeah.
The current tag champs right now, perfect, because they're an actual tag team.
Yeah.
All your other actual tag teams, they're on SmackDown.
Yep.
So, do what you want with that, but they're just going to throw people at them. They're just going to say, "Hey, do you guys want to team up? I don't care if you actually know what you're doing. Throw it in there. You're going to title match." No, that doesn't work.
Yep, I'm with you.
Sometimes it does if the booking is really screwed up, but I'm hoping that the booking isn't screwed up for this run with the champs, because they actually deserve a shot. I mean, they had a Chance and Carter, whatever her name is. They had a decent run in NXT with the titles.
Yeah, they did.
And then they became an afterthought.
Yeah.
I don't. It's one of those things. We actually had a conversation about this. We had a video about this months ago. I think it was during the one of the Stop Doing That or Stop That or whatever the hell we called it.
Make it stops.
Make it stop. The call-ups. You bring call-ups up, and this is something that I'd like to see. You bring someone from NXT to the main roster, do something with them.
Yeah, they don't have a history of doing it.
They brought Karrion Kross up from NXT as the champion, and then just jobbed him out to Jeff Hardy, and then he lost the title, and then he disappeared.
Gladiator.
Yeah, and with Karrion Kross, it's to me, it's like shit or get off the pot. You've said it with Veer. You know, they always said the Veer is coming. Okay, great. Now we're going to have Karrion Kross do these cryptic promos, and when you actually put him out there, you don't know what to do with him.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
Let him go. Let him do what he needs to do.
No, yeah.
I almost guarantee if any of these people from NXT got called up and then got released, Johnny Gargano is a main thing. If he would have got signed up to AEW, I guarantee the dude would already be like a #1 contender.
He'd be up there, yeah.
But they brought back DIY. I'm actually happy for that. I actually like DIY.
Yeah. No, I'm happy on that one too. Definitely. Now, my other topic I had here for a hope for 2024 is another thing that, I believe, I'm trying to remember. We have done an episode on this, and I believe as of recording this, it's going to be coming out. It'll be this episode we're doing right now will be out after. So, yeah, doing the math in my head, not good. But I'm talking about Ring of Honor differentiating itself from AEW. Actually having your champions on the program. Because I'll admit, I've said it before, I was excited. Ring of Honor programming coming back.
Oh, yeah.
And I went and I subscribed to Honor Club. But the more the show went on, and the more the champions weren't there, and they were being AEW programming, I'm like, why do I care about watching this when the titles are on the other show and I can just watch that show to see them? Now, I'm curious where things are going to go with them bringing in the women's TV title. Maybe that one, because the women's title has been the title that has consistently been there. So I'm hoping same thing with the women's TV title. But in general, I just want all the titles to be there more often, to actually be on the show. Like the tag titles are on two people that are basically injured right now. They're on the other show.
Right.
You got plenty of people that have fought over the Ring of Honor tag titles. You got people that can do it. Same thing for the 6-man titles. I get it. The Gates of Agony were for a while over in New Japan for Tag League. I get it. Now that they're back, actually get your damn titles on the fucking show. Just good grief. I'm not wanting to bash anybody.
Right.
But for crying out loud, I've watched other recap shows for Ring of Honor from multiple different sources, and that is the same thing that just about anybody I've actually listened to has said. Put your titles on the damn show. Because I get it. You the same guy owns both. So I get, having them back and forth. I get the idea behind have them appear on this show every once in a while to bring eyes onto the other one. A solid thought. But when that person, that title that you have isn't showing back up on Ring of Honor programming, it's not doing anything. It's not doing anybody any help at all.
No.
So it's just like, come on. You got a brand with a solid name. a solid reputation like Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
You got the talent there. You can, good Lord, you have 3 AEW shows. You have Ring of Honor programming. You have a solid roster of talent that, for one reason or another, doesn't seem to get used all that often on AEW programming.
Right.
Boom! You got Ring of Honor right there. You tape the same time as I believe Collision, same day.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's Dynamite Rampage together, and then Collision Ring of Honor together.
Mm-hmm.
So you got a solid roster that you could actually give. You have another avenue to give them a shot. Use them. I'm really hoping that 2024 things can improve there, because I've already, like I said, I don't subscribe to Honor Club anymore because I got tired of not seeing champions on the damn show.
Okay, so this makes number 4 show that you've actually complained about this, I believe.
And they
God knows how many times to me personally you've complained about this. But okay, so I get where you're coming from. I've always gotten where you're coming from. I always put it like this: do you want your NXT champion to show up on Raw or SmackDown on a weekly basis? No. So in Ring of Honor, what you currently have on their show, on their Honor Club show, Athena's your world champion. Wheeler Yuta defends the championship on Ring of Honor. He shows up on Dynamite. I haven't seen him defend that pure title on Dynamite, on Rampage, or any of the other AEW shows. I've seen him defend it, heard about him defend it on Ring of Honor. There's that. Yes, you're going to see the pure title on AEW programming. Okay, fine. Your champion is a part of one of their top stables. Great. I don't want to see Aubrey Edwards on AEW with an AEW referee shirt holding the pure title up saying we've got a title match on Dynamite. It's a Ring of Honor title. Put it on Ring of Honor.
Let me get up. I'm going to have to pause.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Technology is a son of a bitch.
This is what happens when we record so many of these in one night, and my phone battery. Yeah. Anyways, so
as I was saying, so you got your women's championship, your peer title. Those are definitely on Ring of Honor. I'm not sure what they're going to do with the TV title because Kyle Fletcher currently has it. I don't know if they're going to keep him on Ring of Honor TV. So
yeah,
there's 3 champions right there. Your tag champions, they just need to take it off of Better Than You, baby, and put it on somebody else and have them be on Ring of Honor all the time. If they want to come over and do something on AEW, fine. No, don't defend the title. You're frozen. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
We can edit that part out.
Or we can leave it in there and make it look like funny. So
hey, there we go. So, but my main thing, and it's the same as yours. Your world champion, they're talking about putting it together with 2 other titles. I don't understand why. I know that Tony Khan has his love affair with Japanese wrestling. That's awesome. Wrestle Dream, if you don't know anything about Wrestle Dream, that happened a couple months ago. That was that was supposed to be like a tribute show to Antonio Inoki, who passed away a year ago from the date of Wrestle Dream. Okay, fine. I get it. You love Japanese wrestling. You try to incorporate it. But goddamn, the Triple Crown Championship is confusing enough as it is. No. Don't put in your new championship that you probably don't even need to put in. The open weight title, I think, right? And the Ring of Honor
strong open weight, yeah.
And the Ring of Honor World title. You don't need to do that. You need to take the title, either have Eddie Kingston just go straight over to Ring of Honor and put your world title back on your show, or you have him drop the belt to somebody who's going to be on that show. Maybe have him come over every so often to Collision, but your world champion needs to be on your show.
Yeah.
Your tag champions need to be on your show. You've got titles that say Ring of Honor that are being defended on AEW shows. I get that your chairman of the board, or however you want to call it, Tony Khan, owns Ring of Honor. I get it. But for the love of God, Ring of Honor, you need to put it back over on Ring of Honor. I actually watched the other day. I watched 0 Hour from Final Battle. And the thing that got me was that there was no mention of the world champion. There was no mention of your tag champions. I find that very discomforting. I find that very irritating.
Yeah, crap. Okay.
Well,
all right. Volume on the TV that I thought I had muted apparently wasn't.
But yeah, as far as 2024 goes, I don't want to say it'd be better than this year, but like with WWE, you had a retirement and then a return and then another retirement, and then someone's in charge, but someone's not in charge. I just hope that Triple H gets the entire year for him. Let him do it. Because when Triple H is in charge, when Triple H is doing what he needs to do, what he thinks should be done. Because let's be honest, Vince McMahon is stuck in the 90s. I hate to say it. When he was sitting at the Gorilla and he was making the calls, he was out of touch.
Yeah.
Triple H now sitting at Gorilla, he's not out of touch. He knows, he kind of hears what people are saying. We're living in a world where someone could pick up their phone, pull up on X, and pitch something, possibly pitch something to Triple H, possibly pitch something to somebody else, and then there's a slight possibility that you could actually see your pitch show up on TV. You couldn't see that back in the 90s because who the hell thought of Twitter in the 90s? So, and as far as that goes, this is the day and age. It's technology. You can have a direct line to anybody. It's just if they look at it or not.
Yeah.
But as far as 2024 goes, you could fantasy book everything if you wanted to. But why?
Yeah.
There's people, I may have said this before. There's people that have already photoshopping pictures for what's happening after WrestleMania. There are people that are saying that stories are going to end. Well, Jesus Christ, there's one story I know that's going to end. And, if the story goes the way it goes, all the dude's got to do is get a main event match at WrestleMania, and his story's over. And we can be done with that.
That would be nice.
Yeah, well.
That's the story for another time.
That's a story for another time. Yeah.
I don't know if you got anything else, but I am.
I've actually got nothing else.
All righty. Well, that is a clue that we're done for the night. Anyways, like we say at the beginning, if you have a topic you want us to cover, let us know in the comments on social media. And hell, if you don't agree with anything that we've said, by all means, same thing. We welcome the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But that is about it. Let's fucking go.
Ooh.